welcome to OneplayAfrica. I'm Nipa, and I'm here again with my guest, and we're going to be having some very interesting conversations. This whole thing about tourism, culture, getting a deputy minister, it's back and forth. But today, as I said, I have people here who will be digesting the issue with me. I'm Nipa, and this is OneplayAfrica. My guest here, I have a lady and a very handsome gentleman. Please introduce yourself to them.
Okay, my name is Ifwadel.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm a theatre practitioner, I'm a stage actress, screen actress. Yeah.
Okay, so to my right is my very gentleman.
Yeah, Christopher Ranson.
Okay.
Virgin blogger. I'm a journalist and a blogger as well.
Okay, virgin blogger.
Yeah.
So wait, is it is it for only virgins who are attend?
Yeah, no. In terms of blogging, I'm a virgin. That's what I mean. So, yeah.
Okay, let's move from virginity and come to the story. Now let's move to the first story. Kuami Eugene is saying that he likes Okekumante.
Yeah.
But recently, Shatawale did a very long video saying he doesn't like Okekumante. Now, for me, I want to know this disparity in opinions between these artists. Will it make the decision of the president choosing whoever will become the minister? Or do you think the president will end up making the wrong decision that they don't like, or it's in a way in the right direction?
I personally feel it's in the way of the right direction because we all know Mark Kumante. We know he knows about entertainment. He knows the ins and outs of entertainment. Shatawale is not the only artist in Ghana. So I don't think his opinion alone will make the president change his mind or something. After all, he's not representing everybody. That's his own opinion. We have other members in the entertainment industry who are also rooting for Okekumante. If I was a singer, I would have chosen him. I like him.
But you are in the creative aspect, so
yeah.
You want
yes. But I like Okekumante, so I support Kuami Eugene.
Okay. Virgin blogger, do you also feel that when the artist or the space, the creative studio are not pushing one agenda, we look unserious to the people?
Seriously, I side with Kuami Eugene, but I think Shatawale's accusations or talking about it can have an impact on the president. Shatawale is a king. He controls masses. When he speaks, people listen to him. So I think him talking about it will even have an effect. Maybe the president might have a second look about what he's saying. But personally, I think Okekumante deserves to be the deputy tourism. He has done a lot. He has been in the industry for a long while. He knows the ins and outs. So he deserves, but Shatawale might cause a difference.
Okay, so something you just said, I think we should talk about that for a minute. Sure. So do you feel that these artists are that powerful to actually cause an influence in a decision like appointing a minister?
Yeah, sure. Who knows? Maybe they are working it at the background and we are not seeing it. Maybe they are talking to people in charge that, no, this guy cannot do it. Let's give it to this guy, you understand? We don't know. We are behind. Shatawale has an influence. He might be talking to someone closer to the president. Who knows?
But still, I like what you said. I like the fact that you corrected me. I don't have to be only a musician to know more about the creative arts. When it comes to creative arts, you're talking about actors and everybody in the entertainment industry. And Shatawale, he does not represent everybody. I don't think he's that powerful because we have the actors as well. He is talking from his side, being a musician, and I feel his complaints are much more like a personal attack. Shatawale likes to joke with stuff when it comes to personal attacks. I don't think he speaks for everybody. He's talking for himself.
But Shatawale is very influential, especially on the masses. Don't you think somebody who is very loud going also, he did a whole live video talking about this thing. Don't you think it can change something?
His fans will support him. That is from the music aspect. But when it comes to other aspects like actors, models, everybody, we don't support him. I speak for everybody when I say we don't support him.
You guys said you can't speak for everybody, but you can't speak for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, but do you also feel that back door or behind the scenes too, he's making moves to make that his dream of Okeku not being the president, I mean the
deputy
happen or not? Or you think it's just math?
He just wants to trend. We know
No,
Shatawale.
no.
We know his part.
Oh, don't worry, I'll come to you.
It's been ages since it trended.
Sheesh.
He had two of the
Come
biggest
on.
beefs.
He just trended with Aishamoli.
Yes, you see, he trends with beef. He likes beef. So anything that will give him the beef, he will jump on it. He's the beef master.
You have something to say.
Yeah. You were talking about Shatawale is just repping the music industry, right? Let's talk of those in the movie industry. Who is very powerful like Shatawale? Let's be real. He controls masses. When he speaks, something happens. You understand? His followers are wow. They make a move. You understand? Let's talk of those movie actors who is now talking about this issue. They are all silent. You understand? But he is talking about what he feels must be done.
That's
You
what I'm
understand?
saying. He's coming from a personal point.
I don't
I'm
think it's
telling you.
personal. He's not the only person who has spoken about it.
Listen to him, then
Rex Soma has also spoken about. A lot of people are coming out with why he shouldn't be. Even Hammer recently just spoke about why he shouldn't be. You understand? He was the president of the creative arts industry under Nanado's regime.
Yeah.
Fine, we haven't seen so much of him, but he has done his best. And they were talking based on what he has done. You understand? Within the 4 years, from what they said, he hasn't really done anything for the creative arts industry.
Okay.
So giving him a deputy minister to them, they might think he might also mess up like he did. But to me, he's the perfect man for the job because they haven't also mentioned any person who can fit that job. So I think
That's it.
Okay, so I want to also know if our artists are this powerful or this powerful. Do we feel like they have been quiet over certain things that they should be fighting for, which Okreku Mante and Deputy might not be that serious?
Yeah.
But Shatawale, I think there are more present things like this whole royalty system and the kind of things that happens to even the entertainers themselves. Do you think they are not using their power right?
Okay, for that aspect, I feel Shatawale has done, when it comes to this royalties and stuff, he has spoken about it for a very long time. Even with regards to some of the organizers inviting musicians from outside the country and paying them so much and not, like he has read when it comes to speaking out. He has read, but with this particular issue, I don't think it belongs to him. Although yes, he can say something about it, but he shouldn't speak for everybody, because Marco Kumante is not going to represent only the musicians. He's representing a lot of people. So if you bring your issue, say you don't want him to be the minister, who do you want? Who do you think should be? Since you are trying to solve an issue, who do you think should be?
Yes, which is why people think that this is something that might have even been put down between Okreku Mate, because he's still not taking anywhere. Do you think behind the scenes they are sort of friends and they are just trying to build hype around Okreku Mate?
I don't believe this is hype. I don't believe. I'm sure Shatawale has a reason why he's pushing this agenda. Maybe he has someone. Maybe later he will mention his name too.
Yeah, but he hasn't said anybody yet.
We know Shatawale. Maybe he's building a point gradually. Maybe. Who knows? Tomorrow he can just come on live and mention, oh, yo, this guy can be the deputy. Who knows?
He said himself. He said himself.
You see, yes. So maybe he can do it. So let's give him the opportunity. I think he can do it.
You think Shatawale?
Yeah, he can do it.
Deputy
Yeah, he can also do it. If Okreku Mante can do it, then he can also do it.
Wow. Okay, then I guess the opinions here today are for Kuami Eugene saying that he will go for Okreku Mate every day, all day. Now let's look at the next topic. Today we are doing it fast. The next topic, Medikal rapper Medikal was on air on radio Xylophone FM, and in fact somebody asked him a question on the show and his demeanor changed. He seemed upset. I want to know, do you think Medikal overreacted or he had a cause to feel that way?
Okay, I think Medikal is a human being like myself and you understand. Sometimes when things happen, you have to just be real. He was real. He was offended. He needed not to hide it. Yeah, so then I think he was just being real. And deep down, I know when he gets home, you have a second thought about what Kobiche told him and work on it. But in front of people, at least he should just be real. I think he did what a human being would have done. And Kobiche too, you could have spoken to him. You're a big man, he's my boss. Big blogger, you can just talk to, oh bro, Charlie, I've monitored your performances and all that, and this it's not well with you, so just work on it. You understand? He could have done it back door.
Wait, but was it an offensive thing he said? Because he was a pundit on the show, and he noticed that, oh, this is what I've been seeing. Was it wrong of him to have said something like that?
On the show, I think it was wrong. You understand? Yeah, he could have told him back door. You understand? Some people will pretend that yo, they are cool, but he was just real. Let's face fact. He was real. He can't hide his feelings. So I think it was not the right way.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
If do you second that, or you have a like?
No, I don't second that.
Okay.
I feel Medical was just unnecessarily rude.
Oof.
Yes, it was uncalled for. That attitude was uncalled for because you have a brand. Okay, so when the person corrected you, like my mother said that the person should have maybe taken him private and then made that complaint. But you are not it. You are a star. Since you have put yourself out there to be talked about, so even if you're on his station and you say something like that and you don't like it, you are on his platform. Make a joke about it. You can say, oh, big bro, yeah, my voice, yeah, he said, you, frog cry. Then you can even do some freestyle. You take advantage of it. But you don't just get up and get angry because somebody is complaining about you. Since you are a celeb, everybody will complain about you every day. I don't even know him, but I always complain about him.
You don't know Medikal, but you always complain about
him. Sometimes when I'm just hungry and I see it, I just feel like
I'm one of those social media trolls that when you wake up, you become a troll.
You put your life out there to be talked about. You are a star, so we will talk about you, the negative and the positive. Some of them need to train themselves very, very well. They need grooming. You see, it's not just about beauty pageants and your grooming. If you are a rapper or whatever, you groom yourself very well so that you don't throw sad tantrums on radio stations. It was unnecessarily rude.
Okay, so others, you want to ask
something? I understand what she's saying, but let's face fact. Sometimes these same people, they will pretend they are okay, but at the back door they will call me Charlie. I want to go to, but he wanted to be real. Let's face. He wanted to be real. So you shouldn't say, sir. It's just he was unnecessarily arrogant or something. No, he was just being real. He was just being real. That's the fact. Let him be. Let the guy be. He was just expressing his feelings.
I said he was rude because you are on somebody's platform. Still, I'm on your platform. You have a show. Maybe I'm a celeb. You complain about my voice or something. I will find a way to deal with you here because this is your platform. I need to respect your space. But when we go backstage, now I'll be real to you. I don't need to be. I have to be real to you, not the world. Do you get it? It's not an insult. You are trying to correct me, so I can be jovial about it. Respect your space here, so that to tell you the next time, respect my space. But when we go backstage, I'll give it to you properly. You see, I'm being real with you.
Tilly, one question here. Did what Medikal did affect the show?
Are you done?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, please.
I want to know if what Medikal did affected the show negatively in any way.
Oh yeah, at a point, sorry to say, the F words were just flowing. And because radio, some words are not allowed, but because he was in his feelings, a lot of F words flying on the show. So if you are listening, you just shoot F word, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I thought it was even something serious. Because I said, yeah, when Medikal was doing, the guy slapped him or something. But he said, oh, sometimes check your breath control on stage.
Okay, so now there are also opinions that Medikal might have reacted that way because these artists, they don't respect the local media space. But if he were to be sitting on a BBC something and then somebody gave him that opinion, he would have reacted differently. Do you agree that these artists they don't respect the local media?
I agree, 100%. Okay. If there is another number to 100, I'll add it to it. I agree with you. They don't respect the local media.
Okay.
So when they start growing wings, they feel say.
When they start growing wings,
they feel say, like their wings are.
There's a disclaimer running down.
Yes, their wings are too big for the room. The room is getting small, so they need to. You see, that's it. So I feel say he's just growing big wings. In the past, he wasn't like that, but now he's El Chairman. So.
Oh my gosh. Please, do you also agree that these are artists, they're especially the big names, they don't have so much respect for the local media as they do the international ones?
For me, I think what you're saying, I don't side with you. See, some of the local media houses also don't respect the artists. You understand? It
Can
depends
you
on.
give me an example, a situation where you have that?
I don't want to talk about it, but
Okay.
I've experienced some. You understand? They don't respect some of them. They don't support them. You understand? But when they become big, they want to associate with them. These guys are suffering. You understand? When they are coming up, they don't give them the attention they need.
Okay.
But because now they are big, everyone needs them on their show. You understand? So I don't think they are undermining the local media. No, they must also support them. If you support them and they come up, they will also come to your show without disrespecting you.
Okay.
You understand? To me, that's my point on that.
Okay, I think I like something he just said, because they feel the space doesn't support them when they come up, or when they make it, they struggle and they make it on their own, then they don't see the need to. Do you agree with that?
Okay, so when he was struggling on his own, did he climb a ladder to go and stand on top of a building for us to see him? Was it not through the same media?
Yes.
Are we not talking about him? We are talking about him. So you respect that platform, even if it's just a WhatsApp platform. I respect it, because if that was the same media that puts you out there, whether negative or positive, you respect it. Some of the radio stations, I know when they take their songs there, they don't promote it, they promote other people's stuff. But medical is medical because he was promoted one way or the other. But he didn't promote himself. Even if he promoted himself with his own money, it went through a channel. The channel, brought him out. So you can't say that they don't support. How do you want him to be supported again? Even small boys know medical. And I'm a client. One could now go and so and shout to say my name is medical. I know you're famous. It was through media.
Okay, I want to come back to you. If you say that the media, they don't support the artists and all, what have these artists too been doing to show that we like your platform? Because I can give you very typical examples where even you, a blogger, I'm sure you've written about some artists, they don't share, but then you see them sharing. How do you feel about it? Is that respect enough for you?
For them not sharing my
Sharing
articles.
not even the bloggers, the local media, when they write, the young guys write, we don't see them enthused about it like that. Is that a way to go about it?
But that's normal within human life, you understand? I understand the fact that, but you see, maybe they want to know the credibility of that blog or something. You can't just share anything from a particular blog you know nothing about.
So then let me add this. He was sitting on a platform that was credible enough for him to have moved from his house to that platform, and yet he felt that way.
Sure, but my point is just he did what he felt like he should do. He couldn't pretend. That's why that instance came out. So let's just forget about him.
Okay, do you blame management in this picture? As in his managers, artists, they have to go through how to react to certain things, those kind of things. Do you think he acted solely El Shemano, or his managers are not doing something right with him?
He acted, I don't think it has got anything to do with management.
Okay.
And I don't even think Ghanaian management, they groom their artists enough.
Come again.
The management, I don't think they groom their artists enough in terms of public speaking and all that. There are levels you can go. There are some things that can put you off, that you can go off. But if somebody is correcting you, somebody says, and when you go on stage, I've seen medical performance on stage that I don't even hear him. All I hear is jumping. Then person is telling me bounce. I don't hear anything he's saying. I like the fact that he's jumping and I'm doing So if somebody is correcting, I can correct you, they can correct you. So if they are telling you that, bro, I don't think this should even anger anybody.
Okay.
Even if you are angry now, you finish with everything you are doing. When you go backstage, then you give it to the person. But on air, like, you don't care about your people, you don't care about your fans. That's what you don't really care about. You don't care about, like, you got into a level that you don't care about anybody anymore.
Okay.
You don't bet any family.
Do you agree to that?
Oh no, I don't agree. Medical offense is not too serious. You understand why we making this thing too? It's not too
do you
serious.
think the managers are not doing something right?
serious.
Especially not just medical, especially when artists flare up on platforms, they react certain way. Do you think, can we blame the managers too, or just the artists?
I think you have to blame the artist. You understand? In this country, let's face fact. We have managers who don't know anything. You understand?
Yeah.
Most of them, when let's say an artist comes out and he's popular, they just employ a friend or a brother to just work with them, and they are doing nothing. They just pick calls and all that. So who do you blame? He's the boss. What he says is final. You understand? There are instances you book an artist, you understand, through the manager, and you call the artist, and the artist will tell you, I'm not aware of it. You understand? So most managers are just behaving like PAs. They are just with them. So you can't blame the management or the manager. You have to just blame the artist.
Okay, by the way, I have a filler for you. One very, very big media person has sided with Shatta Wale. In fact, he said that what Aishamodi said was very, very stupid and childish. I'll tell you who that person is. Do you, let's come back home. Do you feel that sometimes the media and the pundits on shows, they should know the caliber of artists they are talking to? Certain things might taint their brand, or they should be as open or should be clear enough to say whatever they want to say without fear in favor of the artist sitting in front of them.
Sometimes I feel they should strain their ways.
Okay.
Because some of the artists, they go through a lot of pressure. They have a lot on their mind.
Okay.
So them leaving their house to even come to the studio, it's a problem. For you know, somebody has angered them with some money issues and all that. So when they come and you start asking them some questions, you put them on small questions and then they get angry. And some too, they've been picked on social media, they've been bullied. So anything media annoys them. Do you get it? But they're just trying to keep appearances. You know, there's one lady we know who has been bullied. I don't want to mention anything here. Who has been bullied. If she's on a platform, you ask her, you don't take her and you ask her certain questions, she might jump on you and probably beat you up because she's tired. But she's just doing it because of the passion for the art she's doing or something. If not, in Kabalistan, I'm sure she'll be out of that or something.
Okay. Do you also think that media people should know how to deal with certain caliber of artists?
Yeah, sure, they should know, you understand. Every artist and how he behaves, you all know it. When you have someone like, you know, when he's in your studio, they can use the F word, you know them, so you don't just drag them to that side. You take it cool with them. You have normal artists that, you know, those guys don't really want to use harsh words on radio. With them, you're cool, but the other ones, you just have to check, because you know they can bring trouble for you and the whole media. So then, I think the media, they have to check their choice of questions and the type of questions they ask some people. Sure.
But my question will also be, if they do that, the media keeps doing that, in the future, will these artists do the right things? Because I'm sure every question is in a certain direction. Because this thing he asked, it was birth control, right? Yeah. So if he kept quiet about it, do you think artists will even know what is happening around them? Feedbacks, I mean.
Yeah.
If we keep certain feedbacks from them, will it help the artist at the long run?
It will not. You see, all those, like when you start being famous, you start that those people behind you, most of them are just bandwagons. They are all from bandwagons. They are all from foolers. They are all around you because of something. They want to be associated with you. You know, there's a term called they are decriing you.
Yeah, okay. Continue.
You get it? They are following you because of something they will get from you or something. So even if you are going wayward, they would never correct you. They will never correct you. Because they feel say if they talk about you, you might get angry and then probably sack them or something. So they just follow along. It's the same thing like he said about the management something. Some of them are just PAs, repping as managers, or let them say receptionists.
Wow.
Some of the managers are just receptionists. You just call them, they give you the bill, right? And then which year 2000, that's it to come at the form. I don't know, it's always the artist. It's like you have been employed as a secretary or something in the name of a manager. So they don't correct them. They are just foolish. They're just following them around. They don't correct them. And I don't feel say it's in the right direction. If you are with somebody and the person is going wayward, you need to correct them. Like they're control something. If Medical was my friend and he goes on stage and I see that, I want to correct him. I will want to correct him, whether he fit me or not. Makan. So
okay.
Yeah.
Let me take your opinion on that. Do you think if we all leave them to their well, things will go well?
I think saying it on radio did nothing. You could have told him back door. That's the same thing. So what's the need of just saying it on radio? It's like going to a church, you know, and let's say a pastor has gotten a prophecy about you. Can't he call you, oh Tilly, this is a prophecy about you and you have to, is it compulsory for him to stand in front of the whole congregation and disgrace you? No, you understand? So just do it the right way. You are closer to them. If let's say Kobiche was a normal blogger who does not really have access to them, that would have been cool. He's a big man, he can just call Medikal, oh bro, this is the issue. Just solve this issue, you understand? That's all. So coming on radio to say, okay, that's his opinion. I don't want any issue, but you would have spoken to him back then.
Your final statements on this topic, or which about the first one we discussed, and then we wrap up.
How's this?
Why are you laughing? You say what you have to say.
Isn't that Kobiche disgraced him? It's only a disgrace when I tell Medikal, I say Medikal.
I never said it's a disgrace.
Disgrace, but if I tell you to check your mic control, that's not a disgrace.
It's not, I never said it's a disgrace, but I prefer talking to him at the back door.
Okay, please.
Okay, please, anything you have to say to wrap up?
Okay, so about the whole Okay, so the first one, Kuami Eugene, I support him 100% because I'm a rock star. I love Kuami Eugene, so anything he says I support. And Shatawale doesn't have any points until we see the stage people and the actors and everybody supporting him, or he brings somebody he feels the person should stand. He doesn't have any say. And Medikal, like I said earlier, he was unnecessarily rude. That behavior was uncalled for. It was just an exaggerated. He was rude. That's it.
Okay, Virgin Blogger, over to you.
Okay, I think I side with Kuami Eugene, but let's wait for a miracle. Shatawale is full of miracles. And over to
Please, it was 2020 that he said Ghana will miracle. We are in 2021. What miracle is
He is full of miracles. Let's wait for what will happen. And also with Medikal's issue, I always stand by this point. He should have told him back door. That's
Drop your social media handles where they can check your works out, and then we are out of here.
Okay, so my website is modernafricaonline.com, and you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, Virgin Blogger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, you too.
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media handles. Ifwadel, Facebook Ifwadel, Instagram Ifwadel, Twitter Ifwadel.
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter too @Ikenipa, and you can follow OneplayAfrica on Twitter too @OneplayAfrica. And the filler I gave you, please, the answer is on the OneplayAfrica.com website. Just check. You'll see the headline there. The person who said it face is close to the headline. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched it on YouTube, drop your comments. If you're watching on TV, send me a message on 0200 355 199. I am Tilly Ikenipa, and please, if there's anything you have to do it now.
Oneplay. Add class to your music.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press or click on the subscribe button. The bell icon will show up. Press on it and press all because you don't want to miss any of our content.